Creative Talent Productions. I'm going to speak on a couple of things here. Okay, just got a message. Um, the other day, I spoke about the fact that somebody tampered with an application for the New York City Board of Education. Okay? And, well, I have, well, some people's heads are going to roll pretty soon once I get all this together. Um, this is just one stack. This is just one stack. Yeah. What somebody did was someone, this happened back in 07, 08. I believe it was 07, 08. It was, or 09. I shared the story that I had applied to become a substitute teacher, and I would have worked up here or I would have worked in the city. I took the test with the first test you have to take. I failed it by like 2 points, 1.5 point, and then I took it again and I passed it. Okay, so with that, my application was submitted to the Board of Ed, and then I had gotten this notice that somebody tampered with my application. Okay, YouTube, why do I have no views? Why are you preventing my algorithm? Because if somebody made a complaint about my account, before you go ahead and prevent viewership, make sure you have all the facts. Because I know who owns you and who pays for you with your advertisers, okay? Yeah. Because I get views, and I'm not getting views now because somebody, the nonsensical games that you decide to play. But anyway, yeah, that had happened, and see, somebody's being cute. Every time I go online, I'm going to turn this off. Every time I go online, I make a video. People like to interrupt what I'm saying, and that would probably be the person who doesn't like what I have to say, but that's too bad. So yeah, somebody played around. Somebody played around with my application for the New York City Board of Ed, and what happened was that person is that person, their heads are going to roll at the New York City Board of Education, and I'm going to find out. I'm going to get the head count on whoever was employed at the Board of Ed during that timeline, because the New York City record, it shows you. Yeah, people want to play games. They want to play games, and I know who did it. And this is a person who has a lot of just problems like that. You just, very, very unwell. A very unwell individual who's had great animosity their entire life, and things didn't work out for them, and then they decided to try to use me as a scapegoat for their issues that have happened to them. So yeah. Yep. And they set somebody up to do something, to say that on my application that I was a blank offender. Pornography? Yeah. Yeah. Somebody did that. And somebody, like I said, I have the file. I wrote a letter to the to the Human Rights Commission. They came back with some baloney. Oh, look. Oh, my gosh. This is for 1983 when I was, oh, God. Oh, I was doing my shorthand. Oh, my God. I was the forever student. I always love to learn, Learning is fun. Then he opens up your mind, and then you're not like stuck on little. Okay, yeah, that name. Goodbye. What's wrong with these people? Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah. Well, I just can't wait. I can't wait until this gets up there and posted. Yep. I actually wrote about it. I had made a video about it before. I have it on audio, and yeah, and I said what occurred, right? Yeah. Some very sick. It's a woman who did it. A sick lady, someone who has a very a very skewed way of handling things that are damaging to others. However, when it's a false allegation, it becomes damaging to the person who made the claim. Do you understand? So it's like if you go ahead and you cry wolf and you say something, I don't call out people's names. Okay, that's all right. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. These names are, okay. Hi. Thank you. Thank you. A lot of BS on this bitch over here. You know what I'm saying, people? So I ain't got time for people and their BS. Oh my God, look at how cute. Oh, so adorable. Look. Little bees that the girls made me. I have all their folders. Oh my God. Oh my God. So anyway, yeah. And this is all part of my book. This is all going to be included with my book. Because someone thought it was, they thought it was going to be good. Oh God, and this is another one. This is also part of the book. When life gives you mofo lemons, you turn that bitch into mofo lemonade, and then you turn it into something that's going to flip it and make the mofos who try to make you look bad, make them look like the pieces of the little specks. Because we're all little tiny specks in this universe. Oh God. Oh my goodness. This is another one here. This is where this is all part of the book. The New York State Family Court down in Manhattan, where my son went, and my son was trying to take over my apartment, and my son made an allegation that I was harassing him because he was 20, how old? 20 something, 22, and wasn't paying any bills. And I said, all right, you work part-time and go to school. So he decided to be he wanted to go out and have his fun. And then I said, you have to be home by midnight at least. Give me that much grace. You're living here. Okay, thank you very much. If you don't want to be on the weekends, that's something different. But during the week, midnight, because I get up early for work. Well, what happened was, that ensued into some situation where he was attempting, like I said, to take over my apartment. And then he decided to go to court and make a claim against me. And his name was not even on the lease, okay? This is all part of my book. His name was not even on the lease. I had to get a oh my God, he's one child, but he turned into like 5 children because of, some stuff going on. All right. But anyway, so that's what happened. And so with that, he was able to get this temporary order of protection against me, the the only person whose name is on the lease in the apartment, to the adult. Okay. With that, he turns around and he goes and I get served, and then we had to go to court. Then he says, this is all in my book. Then came home. I was freaking heated. He calls up my job to try to just like being like this all stems from this is also part of the book. I'm not going to get into that right now. But, yeah, he called up and said that my mother was harassing me. My mother's harassing me. And then they came, knock, knock. You're harassing him, so we had to put some silver ornaments on you. You don't mind. It's okay. Is it okay? So go right ahead, please. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. They were like, well, we'll give you the courtesy. We won't do it here in your building. You just walk out ahead of us. I'm like, absolutely. And I'm like, oh my God, this kid. So anyway, the state of New York allowed an adult to get an order of protection. All right. Under the fucking, under the influence. Okay. But this is how the city. This is my son when he was younger. This is before he started acting well. Before he started effing around with yeah, Thomas. He's got that same pose. It's like a traditional pose. His father, and the uncle, other uncles, they got the same pose. It's weird, right? But anyhow, oh my God, this is me with long hair. Oh, the spirits are here. We're talking. Sure. This is me with long hair. This is holding the fireman, my ex-husband. This is holding his daughter when she was a baby. And, yeah. And then, well, I remember that day very vividly. Give me my daughter! I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. I do feel for you. Honestly, I really, really do. I do. Anyway. So I'm going to show this crap that happened with the Board of Education but it's all part of the book. And I'm telling these stories because the level of mismanagement has been very, very, very bad. And because I am someone, since, like I have said, not to sound like a broken record, since a very young age, have been very responsible. I was the one who, like I said, was in charge of all provisions. I was the one that, well, just always have done a lot. And when you grow up, when you have a sick parent, you don't have, you don't have a little cushy life. Or like if you have a parent who went away, or if you have a parent who is disabled, or a parent who has a substance problem, you cut from a different cloth. My mother didn't have substance, but she had a brain tumor when I was 5 years old, which in turn, left her handicapped. But she raised 4 kids on her own, with my stepfather helping, and my brother and sister, their father. Here's my husband, Mark, who passed, Marky. And his grandson looks just like him. Yeah. I was the savior. I actually saved him. Yep, if it wasn't for me, he would have been no longer, he wouldn't have gone as far as he did. And, same thing happened with my husband, Peter. A lot of activity for a lot of recklessness, And I was like, listen, buddy, here's the situation. You with me? This is not what's happening. Either you get your shit together, or you get the fuck out. Back, chop, chop. Wow, man, how could you do that? Real simple, boss. Real simple. Because I'm not about bullshit. 1, 2, 3, chop, chop. You want to get it together? Okay, and then he did. He went and got sober. And that's what happened. So, yeah, that was after a situation that occurred where due to his action, he came this close to, again, unaliving himself. many years ago, many moons ago. Yep. Nope. This is it. Walk straight line. You ain't with that program, then you're out. Next recruit. No, I have no problem expressing myself, and this is what I want. This is what it is. If you ain't about that, then get with it. Get going. Get on. Real quick. So women, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Once you see, it's like, and then what happens here? I'm saying don't waste your time. Where I stayed, I should not have. But anyway. Yeah. So, all these interesting true life stories that have happened to me are going to be part of a pretty interesting read. Yep. Oh my God, look at this. This is from when we got married years and years ago. I'm going through all my documents. That is me, obviously, my son, Peter, my sister, my other sister, my mother. Yeah. And my stepfather and my brother. And my sister Lucille, my sister Catherine. There's Catherine, there's me, there's Peter, there's Mama, there's the papa, there's the son, there's the mama, and there's the sister, and the brother. Oh, where's the brother? He's over here. See that? That's my family. Well, who's left now? Well, Mom and Dad are gone. Stepdad. It's crazy. That's how life goes, man. Life goes real freaking quick. Okay, New York State Archives. Yep. Simply amazing, you know, people. Simply amazing. That's why you got to keep all your ducks freaking lined up. Keep your ducks lined up, because people like to blank up, you know. Oh my God, this is from summer camp, St. Vincent de Paul. My name was my mother's husband's name, Patricia Lyon, and then she put an S on it. I don't know what happened with that. My older sister uses Lions, and they all use Lion. Camp St. Vincent de Paul, Clam Road, Glenwild, New York, 12738. This was 1970. Look at my little penmanship. So cute. Oh my God. I'm going to read it for everybody for my show. This is for the entertainment. Oh God. I got to put my air conditioner on. It's like those days. Allergies. I've been so good, I haven't had any sugar. Oh my God. No sugar, don't do a whole bunch of stuff. Dear Mommy, July, Wednesday, 2919, 0. I miss you very much. I read this before, but I'm going to read it again. I miss you very much, and so does Lulu. That's my little sister. I also hope you write me. If you do, comma. My mother would look at me. Well, she couldn't see, but she would just observe because she had like vision loss. But she would, like I would say stuff, I would make her laugh. And to get my mother to laugh, to get a Russian to laugh, you got to be good. Let me just tell you something right now. Because she was Russian, baby, Russian. She was a Russian civil. Let me get back to my postcard. Let's start again. Pay attention, Patricia. Dear Mommy, I miss you very much, and so does Lulu. I hope you will rate me. If you do, send a small box of lemon drops because they don't sell lemon drops at Canteen. Today it is raining here at camp, and boy, is it coming down! Exclamation! Exclamation point. I learned how to draw Charlie Brown! Exclamation point. Isn't that good? Tonight we're over. Gonna have Woodstock. We're gonna have a Woodstock festival. Oh, here I go. Over. I just drew the arrows to represent the last of it. Right soon. So we lived at 1155 East 225th Street, apartment 2B, Bronx, New York, 10466. Yes, we did. Edomore Project. Anyway, did everybody find that entertaining? How's my dialect? Do I sound like I went to finishing school? Oh, God. Yes, thank God I have my personality. Otherwise, well, I would have been very unwell. I mean, very unwell. No, I just consider myself to just be a very, very strong person because, well, you have to be. Because if you're not, life will flush you down. Like a hydraulic freaking toilet bowl, man. Shit. A hydraulic bowl is on. Life will do it. Oh wow, this is I'm just reminiscing here because I'm clearing out a lot of stuff. I'm actually scanning stuff. I think I can get rid of my school notes from 9th grade. I'm not the only one who holds on to paper. I know I'm not, so please don't look at me like as if there's something wrong with me. I'm sure you might have things from way back, somewhere about. I still have my communion money. No, just kidding. All right. This is a little flyer I made after my husband and I got married. Mark. This is 2004. Your presence is requested at our barbecue to celebrate our new life together as husband and wife. Saturday, the 17th of July, 2004. And the address, RSVP, our old phone number, my old email, and directions. From Queens to Brooklyn, Bronx, from Manhattan. Yeah, precise directions. And we had about 30 people, 40 people. It was nice, very nice time. It was nice. But anyway, yeah, so like I said, I've got a lot that's going to be included in my book that is going to be actually pretty intense. Yep. Oh my God, I gotta show this picture. This is a picture of my sister, my youngest. I'm not gonna show her because, well, we don't speak, and well, unfortunately, that's been the way it's been. I can't help the dynamic that occurred. I was just, like I say, and I said to her one time in a text, I said, we just rented the same room in vitro. That's okay, because I have nothing further to say here. I love you and hope you well, and I hope your grandchildren are well, and your husband. Bye-bye. There I go. That's me. When I was a little child. And this is the nose, my natural nose that the doctor supposedly told my mother that I had a wide, big nose and he could make me look like a Barbie. And then what he did was, they broke my nose when I was a child. I was only about, 13? My mother says, oh, you wanted a nose job. My sister, no, what the fuck, I want a nose job. I had enough problems trying to fit in between, oh my God, the therapy. So, but anyway, like I said, I rolled through that, like, yeah, duck's ass, go blank yourself real quick. I had no problem, boss. Take a number, tell me something. I got a number for you. Tell me, and I'll tell you where to go with it. For real. Please. Oh, this is another one that I'm going to include too. Another scandal that happened. Mm-hmm. Yep. 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 And the Karenicity going on over there in Pinocchio land. Their crap, all the shit that they did. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How you can go, how you can go make a complaint about your father's wife. You have no will, and you're going by a text that was sent days after his death. Right? But they're all corrupt over there. They're all corrupt. They're all, white is right. Keep it tight. If you brown, you can't stick around, because that's what that whole freaking joint's about over there on that part. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. I told the story. I had a property that I bought there. I was going to put 2 shipping container homes on there. I actually got the containers, and the day that my son and I went over there, I said on the video, they came rolling down the mountain. They'll be rolling down the mountain when she comes. Yep, yep. Trying to get stuff done, and it was like, oh, hurdles. Because when you know, because they think they own the universe, so they got to keep everything the way that they want it. So of course they're not going to be cooperative for people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How you doing? How you doing, Commonwealth? Yeah. Yep. Better believe it. So Philadelphia Inquirer. I got some stories for you about that little darling Wayne County there. Oh boy, I do. I'll be sending that. Yeah, man. I gotta tell you, this is injustice that goes on, and here's another one. Oh, this is all part of it. Oh my God. See, because when you try to get stuff done, when it takes 20 freaking years to get a damn freaking response. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. And this is from Office of Alcoholism and Substance Abuse. Yeah, we're trying to get that ball rolling there with my son. Yeah, when a family member, let me say this clearly for people, when a family member wants to become the caretaker for someone who has a substance abuse problem, and that person is competent, you allow the family member, you useless sacks of shit. But you didn't do that, right? You didn't do that because he was more beneficial being incarcerated. That's what the F you do. The same stuff that they're doing now with the migrants, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All this goes into my book. All documentation on how effed up things have been when it comes to people seeking help, people that are not wealthy, people that are not from the Caucasus Mountains, because there's plenty of poor white people that get shit on all over too. But there seems to be more of a pampering. There's more of a pampering. So, don't worry, we got everything for you. You're brown, you're black, yeah. We're gonna shit on you and hand you the frickin' toilet paper. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah. But I carry on. Yeah. Because I want my story to be shared so other families, other single mothers or single fathers or grandmothers or guardians, that they can be able to get the help for their child or their loved one or their spouse, okay? And rounding people up and putting them forcefully, that's not the way that it's done, because you all know the areas of destitution as elected officials. You know what the problems are, the core problems. unless you're in a bubble or unless you're playing golf and scratching your asses, okay? Anyway, but on that note, other than that, I'm well, I'm fine. That's right, the way it's always gonna be. Because to have to ever depend on anyone but yourself, it just doesn't happen, people. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen. Yeah. Oh yeah, as far as the Commonwealth, yeah, there's gonna be the correspondence that was sent to that lady, and her correspondence back. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. The calls, the online calls with the court, yep. I was told not to record them. Well, it's a federal offense if I recorded them. So guess what? I didn't record them. But because of AI, having a speaker on my laptop, the laptop with AI records everything. So be aware of that, okay? Thank you. Yes, thank you all. Yep. Yeah. 1995, when I wanted him to go to get evaluated. And by the time they got back to me, he passed the age, because then it was a PINS warrant. And, yeah, so, yeah. They do anything that they can do to prevent people from getting help. Once they get the lead that a kid is on the spectrum, that a kid is acting up, a kid with a very, very high IQ, that's like green light. Okay, well, you know, yeah, because you all suck. That's what they do. Anyway, keep all your documents, people. Keep every freaking thing. Keep everything. Yeah, take a screenshot. Mm-hmm. Yep. But anyway, I'll be posting that from the Board of Education, what was on my application. I'll be posting that. Yeah. I'm going to make a little short with it behind me. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm going to be doing. Yeah. You like that? Yeah. Boy, oh boy, people want to play. You want to play? Well, you know what happens. Play stupid games, you win very bad prizes. They might not be happening while you're playing that roulette wheel, you know, when you're spinning, when you're in the act of your nonsense. But trust and believe, it always catches up. Mm. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, everybody have a good night. There is a storm. There's storms happening. And, well, we're going to be getting some additional weather fluctuations, everybody. That we are, for sure. The recording secretary will be back with more updates. Have a good night, everybody. Till next time. Bye.